So you have a suspicion that a caregiver is either abusing a family member or stealing from you. A spouse or girlfriend-boyfriend is possibly running around behind your back when you're at work, or you just want to ensure that your rights aren't violated by an officer of the law or any other person. Then one or both of these spy gadgets right here will certainly be of great use to you. Anytime you use devices like this, they must be used on your own property, in your own vehicle. It is illegal to place these kind of devices on anyone else's property. Do not use these spy gadgets for illegal purposes. To get started, we're going to be taking a look at this higher quality, extremely portable video and audio recording keychain device, which absolutely blows away cheaper keychain devices sold on eBay and many other websites. As we all know, there's a saying, you get what you pay for. This device over here comes nicely packaged in this box. Let me open it up and show you all the contents and explain exactly how it works. I'm also going to be showing you samples of video during the day and night, and I'm also going to show you a few samples with this less expensive camera right over here. Okay, the contents of this box are now all laid out on this countertop. Included is the audio video recording device, a reset tool, USB charging cable, also allows you to access the files on this recording device. You can also pop out the SD micro card, insert it into that adapter which goes from SD micro to USB in order to access the files. And over here is the owner's manual, we'll go over that. A 12-month full replacement warranty, and this right here just states that Amazon is not allowed to sell covert devices which have audio activated. So when I received this, I had to do one little thing in order to activate the audio. I'll show you that later. Now before I take a closer look at this, let me go through the manual and show you all the features of this great unit. Right here is a closer look at that keychain recording device with everything pointed out. The two buttons on top, one is a power on record button, the other one is motion detection. You have 940 nm LEDs, infrared illuminators for night vision, you have a pinhole camera in the center, and then you have a sensor on the far left, passive infrared, used for motion detection. Down here is a little hole in the side. I told you about that tool to reset the unit. Insert the pin into the hole, push and hold for several seconds, and everything gets put back to factory settings. When this little rubber cover is peeled back, there's a slot for the micro SD. You have an LED light which will change colors. I'll tell you what each color means. There's a USB charging port, and there's also a little switch for audio on and audio off. When you plug the USB cable into the recording device to charge it, you're going to see a steady yellow light indicating it's charging, and when it's fully charged, the light will go off. In the event you see the lights flashing, red and blue, that's going to indicate that the battery is very low and you're going to have to charge it. It usually takes between 1 and 2 hours to fully charge the battery. Before inserting the SD memory card, which you're going to have to purchase separately, I'll post a link in the video description area where you can pick up a really good one at a cheap price. This unit supports up to 32 gigabytes, so between 8 and 32. In mine, I'm using a 16 gig. You're going to want to format that card according to the instructions in this manual. Once the card is inserted into the device and powered on, you're going to turn it back off, and then you're going to connect it up to your computer using either the USB to SD micro card adapter, or you can connect the USB cable directly to the recording device, push and hold power on for about 3 seconds, then you'll be able to access the files on the device. You're going to look for a file called settime.txt, and you're going to edit it using any editor of your choice, set the correct date and time, and over here under it you're going to see yes. That's if you want to have loop recording. Once the card has been filled with video, it'll go back to the very beginning and start erasing the oldest videos first. If you do not want loop recording, you're going to change yes to no, and then you're going to save this file back to that device. Now over here is what the LED means when it's illuminated. Told you earlier, charging, steady yellow, turns off when fully charged. Turn off, you're going to see the LEDs, the red and blue, they're going to flash alternately and then both are going to go off. Video recording mode, LED blue, 3 times it's going to flash and then it's going to turn off. Switching off in standby mode, LED flashes alternately red and blue. Motion detection activation. This unit is really cool because you can set it to record motion only, and you can put it on a counter, walk away, and it will be ready for up to 1 year on standby. The device will record when motion is detected for about a minute or as long as motion is in the field of view. Once there's no more motion in the field of view, all recording stops and it's waiting again for more motion to occur. When motion detection is activated, you get the LED flashes blue, turns off, and then you'll see the red flash 3 times. After that, you're going to see the red light will stay on steady, indicating it's waiting for motion to occur. This says read the disk indicator. The blue light will stay on and flash red. No SD micro card connected. Right over here, you'll see the LED flash blue for 10 seconds and the camera turns off. Reset, that's when you put the pin in that hole to reset the unit. And low battery, the LED will flash red for 10 seconds and then the camera will turn off. Okay, let's take a look at the specs of the unit. Alright, you can use pretty much any USB charger to charge this unit. Uses DC 5 volts. Battery capacity 800 milliamp hours. Camera angle is 60 degrees, which is fine. Night vision range, around 12 to 14 feet. Motion detection standby time, 1 year. Look at that. Day recording power consumption, 130 milliamps. Day continuous recording time, 5.5 hours. More than likely using a 32 gig memory card. Mine is only 16, so it'll be half that. Night recording power consumption, 400 milliamps, and that's because the LEDs are illuminated so the camera can see what's going on. Night continuous recording time, 2 hours. Image quality, 720p, and let me say the image quality is excellent compared to those $10, $15 cheapo keychains that you see on eBay and other places. Maximum storage capacity, 32 gigs. Loop recording, yes or no. Audio, you can have it on or off. Passive infrared, 5 meters, which is around 15, 16 feet. Detection angle 45, and the video format is AVI. Okay, let's take a closer look at the unit itself. Okay, over here is your power on, the lock button. Push and hold for more than 2 seconds, and then what's going to happen under this cover right here, just pull this off, very easy. Alright. You're going to see a blue LED, so let me do that. Push it down. And you can see the blue. And right now it is recording. It's off, but it's recording. There's the on-off audio switch. To the right is on, to the left is off. Memory card, USB slot. Now if I push the button again for 2 seconds, see the blue and red, and it went off. That indicates the file has been saved and it's no longer recording. If you want motion detection, push this button right here, the unlock, once. You can see what it's doing. And now red is steady. Now it is on motion detection. It'll only record when motion has been detected. When you're finished, push the button again. Both come on and it goes off. If you'd like to access the files on this card without removing it and putting it into the card reader, simply connect the USB cable here and then push and hold the power button down for more than 2 seconds, and then you're going to see a window pop up on your computer allowing you to access those files. Now let's take a close look at the end here. That's where the sensors are. Now if you look inside the end of the unit, you have this black plastic crosshatch, so if you turn it at different angles, it's not that visible. seeing what's going on inside this. But right over there is the camera lens. Over here to the right, you're going to see the infrared LEDs for night vision. And over here on the far left is the PIR sensor that is used for motion detection. Okay, let me show you a sample of daytime video footage as well as night vision to give you an idea of how good the quality is with this unit. Now before I show you the video, first I want to show you how to add the audio recording feature to this device. Now it's very simple. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to format the SD card inside this unit. You can either connect it up to your computer using the USB cable, hook it up, push this button right here, hold it down for over 2 seconds, and you'll see it show up on your computer. Or remove the SD card from the device and insert it into one of these, and then you can format it. Once the card has been formatted, you're going to refer to the link posted in the video description area. You're going to be downloading a file at that link. Once you download that file, you're going to extract that file. Then you're going to take the extracted file and you're going to place it on the SD card that's been formatted. Once that's done, insert the SD card back into the device if you removed it, and then you're going to push this power button down for a little more than 2 seconds, release, and then you're going to see the blue light stay on for a little bit, and that's going to indicate that the unit is updating for audio use. After a little while, you're going to see the light go off. You can power off the unit, and then you're going to remove the SD card one more time, format it, and then you're going to reinsert it back into this device. Power up the unit. Make sure the audio switch is on right over here. This little one right here is the audio switch, and it's to the right to turn it on. And you should be good to go. Now keep in mind, once you format that card, after the unit's powered up the first time, allowing audio to work, you're going to have to edit that time file to set the correct date and time, as well as set it to loop or no loop. And here's a sample of the night vision on this camera inside my vehicle. And this is total darkness. I'm about 8 feet from the wall. And that's it. As you just saw, the image quality is excellent, as well as the features. It's far from being a toy like many other cameras that are sold online. The best part, the price is not that much money for what you're getting. Okay, let me open up this box now and show you what's inside and explain exactly how this one works. Alright, everything you're looking at here, with the exception of a 16 gig SD micro memory card, inserted in this recording device, and this adapter was included in the box. This cable is used to charge up the internal lithium-ion battery, actually lithium polymer. It's secured to the top of the circuit board on the bottom. You have a switch here for power. There's another switch to go between P2P, which is point to point, or an association point for Wi-Fi. SD memory card slot up to 32 gig, and you have a little microphone right in here for audio. There's an LED, which you'll see in a minute, and the very end has this very tiny camera lens. You see right there. Alright. It's designed to be operated for around 45 minutes, so the runtime is not really that long with this particular camera, But I don't see any reason why you couldn't take a razor, cut this open, remove the heat shrink, and purchase a higher capacity lithium polymer battery, put it back on top, heat shrink it again. Or you can run it constantly by plugging in this cable to a USB charging adapter and have it running 24/7. So if you're able to plug this in, conceal it in some sort of a piece of furniture, a clock, or anywhere else, it's probably a very good idea to leave it plugged in all the time so you don't have to play around with the battery. Over here are all kinds of little pieces that allow you to conceal the camera. Let me just slide this over and show you. So right over here, you can see the camera, all right, very tiny. Let me zoom in. Okay, here's a closer look at the lens of the camera. Now, included with this are a bunch of little plastic pieces that will allow you to conceal the camera. So one of them is a Phillips head. That places right over the top. Let me show you. And right there, the camera's in the very center, so it looks like a Phillips screw. Also included are buttons like you see here. And once again, camera lens is right in the center. Pretty cool. And all these other ones are also included. Larger buttons. The entire thing would slide right over. Let me show you all the rest up close. So let's get rid of that. All these little pieces right here. Alright. Different size pieces. As well as one more of these, smaller. Now let's take a closer look at the unit itself. Now when you purchase this unit, you have to download an app. I'll show you in the manual in a minute. It's for Apple as well as Android systems. So right over here, you would scan this and it would automatically put into that app the correct ID number as well as the password and access code, which I covered up in my case. Over here, you can see the USB port to charge. Maybe you see the battery. Yep, on top you see the yellow Captain tape. That's where the lithium polymer battery is located. On the side is the memory card slot, storing the videos. On this side over here, you have a switch that goes from P2P, which is point to point. You put it in that position. And if you want to view the videos from this unit on your phone up to around 40 feet away, possibly in another room, you would switch it into the other position for AP, association point. And over here is the power switch. So if I slide this to the right, you'll see the power come on. Here we go. Alright, and you can see right here, red and blue. Now the blue is the Wi-Fi and the red is the power. It takes about 30 seconds for the whole thing to boot up. It's almost fully booted up. When you see the blue, there you go. So now if we take a look, see it's slowly flashing. If you look on the smartphone, you're going to see that you can connect to this device. It'll be on the Wi-Fi list. So let me show you that. Once that blue light is on and you have the app installed, right over here you could try scanning these. I had some difficulty because it wasn't super clear, but if you go to your app store and you look up this number right here, you should be able to find it with no problem. 9527. When it pops up, make sure you install that app. Now I'm going to quickly show you the specs and then go over to my smartphone. Okay, maybe a little hard to read, so I'll read it to you. Up top it says name, Wi-Fi, P2P, network camera. Below that, video format, AVI, video coding, MJPEG, video resolution, 640 by 480 VGA, network transmission resolution is the same, video frame rate is right around 15 frames per second, sensor is a CMOS, antenna is a built-in Wi-Fi antenna, playback software, that's the app that you installed, image ratio is 4:3, support system is Windows, Android, or Apple's operating system. Charging voltage, 5 volts. Interface type is a mini 5-pin USB. Storage support is a micro SD card. And you have a high capacity lithium polymer battery. And I'm pretty sure it supports up to, yep, right over here, 32 gig memory card. Okay, once the app is installed and the device is powered on with the blue light, click on Settings, Wi-Fi, and you can see it right here. This will allow you to directly connect your smartphone to the recording device. Click on that, connect. Okay, obtaining IP address connected. Over here, push this. Now go to plug and play. That's the app that you installed. And right over here, you can see it's on LAN. Click on that. And we can double click. And there you go. You're looking at a live image. Alright, turn it this way. Try not to get the reflection on this. But there's a live image looking out. And like I said, the frame rate is 15 frames per second. But for $15 or $17 for what this thing does, you really can't complain. It works extremely well in bright light and moderate light. When you get into a little bit darker areas, because it's not night vision, it could be a little grainy, but it does work. And there's also models like this available that have night vision as well. Let's see, there's a boat going by. There you go. Alright, so now if you wanted to take a picture of that, you just click right here with the camera, and I just saved that image to my phone. If I want to record a video, push right here, and I'm recording a video to my phone. Let me hit over here again. Let me get out of this. Let me hit skip. Alright, get out of there. Now what you want to do, in order to use this remotely, you're going to have to click on this blue arrow right over here. When you click on that arrow, there's a whole bunch of settings. The one you're interested in order to view remotely using your phone, you need to click on Wi-Fi. And you're going to search for wireless networks available where the camera is going to be left. When you find one, you're going to enter the password and you're going to hit OK to save that setting. What's going to happen, that wireless unit is going to connect to the Wi-Fi network, and you are going to have to use another network. So what you would do is you would turn off your Wi-Fi right here, all right? Now you're only going to be using data from the cell provider, or you can use another wireless network to be able to access the camera anywhere, anytime. So let me just get out of here for a second. Let's exit out. Alright, so you'd go over to WAN. Once the Wi-Fi is set up, you're going to turn off the transmitter, put the switch to the opposite position of where it's set for P2P, or point to point. If it doesn't work, that means the switch is in the wrong position. Try it in a different position. Allow the transmitter to boot back up, and then when it's fully booted up, then you can click log in, and then you'll be able to access the camera. If everything was done correctly, under the WAN setting, you would see right over here, it would say online. I currently have mine turned off. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to rate thumbs up, subscribe, and post links to this video on other websites and blogs. Also be sure to check out my video playlist as well. Thank you very much for watching.